My name is Jasmin. I'm Pisces Sun, Aquarius Rising, and Scorpio Moon. My lovely friends, if you know me already, hi and welcome back. I'm very sorry that I couldn't make a video for a longer period of time. It feels so long, and I missed it so much, but I was so busy. And yeah, I don't know if I can keep up the schedule right now. We will see how things develop next week, but I really want to make another video for you. And here we are now. And today's topic is, who are your spirit guides and what do they want to tell you? Okay, I have 4 piles for you as usual, and I have a ring light now, and I am playing with that. I hope you can see better than before. Pile number 1 is a lapis lazuli. Pile 3 is this green agate. Pile 3. Did I say 2? This is 2. This is 3. This is this beautiful agate, this brownish one. And pile 4 is the yellow calcite. If you need more time, then pause the video here and I will see you at your pile. Welcome back, pile number 1. You chose the lapis lazuli here. And let's see what you have. For the tarot card, you have the High Priestess, the Two of Swords, Death, Don't let pride get in your way, the full moon in Leo, Surrender to the divine, the full moon. Then you have autumn, marriage, Krishna, El Moria, Sekhmet, Brigitte or Bridget. Then you have the Magic Guardian and Summer. I need more space here. It's been a while, guys, so I have to come into it again. Yeah, of course, we have 4 persons here that could be right away your spirit guide. First of all, of course, we have Krishna. This card says, trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized and you are loved unconditionally. Then you have El Moria, and it says, awakening presence. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. Then, of course, you have Sekhmet. This is my personal card. This comes almost every time for me. You are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. And then you, of course, have Bridget. And it says, don't back down. Stand up for what you believe is right. Okay, so this could be one of these. Well, we have 2 goddesses, and 1 ascended master. What I see for you is that you are that you have very powerful spirit guides. Okay, so there is really probably whether an ascended master. I'm sorry, my cat is scratching there somewhere. whether this is an ascended master or you really have like a god or goddess as your spirit guides. But I think also you're protected by the angels, okay? You probably have a team of angels that are looking out for you, but your spirit guides are really powerful. You have two major arcana cards, so yeah, they're very powerful, and they tell you that you are very strong. Okay, you maybe you're a Leo, because you know when I said that, my my eye was drawn to the Leo. So maybe you're a Leo or have strong Leo in your chart or something, or you could have Pisces with the High Priestess here. And they you know, all the theme is that you are stronger than you think you are, and you're very protected. Your spirit guides are very powerful, and you're very protected. And maybe you have sometimes a little bit trouble to believe that you are protected or guided. Maybe you cannot connect too much with them, but like they are very powerful. They look after you because you know it's maybe you are thinking like I can do that by myself. You know, why do I need some masters or some spirit guides? Okay, but it tells you to surrender to the divine. So yeah, I think you need to let go a little bit of your hard grip here. And yeah, maybe you're a very proudful person. You don't like to take help from others. And I think you're also a very powerful person. You know, maybe you even very good in manifesting, or maybe you are a witch. With the Sekhmet, I see that very strongly. She is a witchy goddess. Also with the High Priestess, also with the Death card. I think they want to tell you that life might be in change for you right now, might be transforming. Maybe this is a little bit scary for you. He said, again, I let go and embrace new beginnings. Probably, maybe you, yeah, because of the pandemic, maybe you lost your job, or there was a breakup recently, or not so recently, and you still have problems to adapt. Maybe you're a little bit too prideful, or you have a much too tight grip of things. And probably you're used to that. I think you're used to do everything by yourself, okay? You have two very, very strong goddesses here, very independent goddesses, okay? She's represented by the lion, again a lion, okay? Maybe like I said, maybe you have Leo qualities even though you're not a Leo, okay? And look at her. Her heart is, she has a heart of a lion. It says, don't back down. Okay, I think you're strong. I think you are used to do a lot of things by yourself, to protect yourself mostly. I get that really strongly, that you're a very strong person, but they tell you to loosen your grip of things, to surrender to them, to their guidance, okay? They want the best for you. They want you to be happy, okay? They want you to transform much more easily. And this will happen if you let a little bit loose, okay? And I think they tell you, you know, now, at least here in the Northern Hemisphere, summer starts. So I think you should lighten up. Maybe you were feeling a little bit gloomy, maybe because of the pandemic, or maybe even earlier, and you felt a little bit restricted, a little bit in hermit mode, okay? And they tell you that you have to decide to come out of your shell, okay? So you need to let go. You know, the High Priestess, she knows almost everything. I think maybe you studied a lot. Maybe you just went inside and studied yourself. And I think they want to tell you that now is the time to make the decision to transform into something new. Maybe you were in hibernation, like a, like a butterfly, like, transforming into a pretty butterfly. And they tell you that now is the time to come out, okay? Now is the time to have joy. And maybe, maybe you want to start, if you have not yet, to start meditating, to start practicing some magic. Look into maybe uh, uh, like fae, fairy, like nature, spirits of nature. I get the strong feeling that you might be connected. Um, and yes, and maybe some animals. If you see maybe a lot of bees in the next time, this is a sign. Then pay attention to your thoughts, what you are thinking in that moment. This might be very helpful. Yeah, and we, of course, if you see butterflies, blue butterflies, this might be also a confirmation, okay? And of course, these are also your messages that they have for you. And the one is autumn, and it says, in autumn, everything will be collected, and you can reap everything like sorry, this is German, I translate from my head. You can reap everything in abundance, okay? So abundantly, you can reap everything abundantly. So if you start now to come out of your shell in the summertime, in around 3 months, there will be some rewardings for you, okay? And we also have, oh, wait, I get the card. I had to crawl underneath the table. What I do for you, pile number one. We also have the marriage card, and it says the fairy will connect you and to get the blessing of marriage. Okay, so you will have a wedding. Maybe there could be some things that will happen. I mean, they came out together, so probably something will, whether you will get a reward for transforming in autumn, or you might meet the person you will marry in autumn, or um, in autumn you will marry. So maybe when you are already in a relationship, then you might get a proposal in the autumn time, or maybe you will meet the person that you marry next autumn. Okay, so I think this is something that you have to look forward to, pile number one. I see if I get some more. Yeah, you're a very strong person. I see that. And but you can rely on yourself, but sometimes you just need a little bit of help. So let them come in and help you, okay? Let them help you. This is all I want to tell you. Okay, pile number one, this is all I have for you. And if you liked it, please subscribe, click like, and leave a comment, all that jazz. It helps me out a lot. And I will see you next time. Bye. Hi, pile two. Let's see what your spirit guides want to tell you and who they are. We have Three of Swords for the tarot, the Ace of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles. Luck is on your side. Your dreams need a practical plan. Changed diet. Whom should you forgive? Who? Oh, then you have Bridget again. Pile number one also had Bridget from another deck. So if you felt drawn also to one, then go watch that. Also, of course, after watching this. Then you have Paul the Venetian. Then you have Irene, Peace. Kuan Yin, Compassion. And then you have the Seer, see beyond the current situation. And you have the Peacekeeper, let go of the need to be right. Yeah, this person is, or this person, your guides, at least one of your guides, is a very peaceful person, okay? And this might be really Kuan Yin. Maybe you look her up. But I get that because she's like compassion. I'm sorry, my town is crazy. Compassion. Um, I get the feeling this person or this angel. No, I don't think this is an angel. I think whether this is an ascended master or really a goddess or somebody, maybe even from your family. This could, I get a very strong female energy, even though we have one male, but he is also a little bit on the feminine side. He's very like metrosexual. And I get very, very strong female energy here. Maybe like a grandmother or maybe even a mother that already passed away, or maybe an ancestor. Yeah, this is actually, maybe you come from a lineage of very strong women, maybe like a matriarchy, and the women were very strong but very compassionate, very warm-hearted, very nurturing. And I get that. Maybe you're also female. Doesn't have to, of course, but maybe you're female, and maybe this is why you're very connected to them. Otherwise, this could be that they are very protective over you. Maybe if you are a male, then maybe you had a lot of women in the family, and they were very protective over you because you were maybe the single, like the only boy in the family or something like that. And they were like, they were like you pinching your cheeks and giving you cake and baking something for you, making food for you, something like that. I get the feeling, and I really feel very warm inside, very comfortable, and very, yeah, very loving. This is so loving. I get so loving vibes. Um, Yeah, and there is a wholesomeness, okay? Um, Especially with this card, there is something like, uh, yeah, she has this burning heart, and it's like the women of your family, they are very passionate, maybe not, maybe they were even housewives, but still they had the passion, they had everything in grip, okay? um, they would do the household, the children, they probably were working maybe throughout the wartime or something like that. So I think they were very strong, but still they never lost their softness and their compassion, okay? Yeah, and maybe I especially get that with her, with the peacekeeper. I think yeah, they were when there were fights, they were just like the good judge, okay? They were just weighing everything. Yeah, I get like a person that might be a matriarch, And I think this person was very, very just. So if somebody had a problem in the family, or maybe even around, like in the village or in the town or something, or in the street, people would go to her. And I don't know why, but I get some Italian vibes. Doesn't have to be. I mean, I don't think there's any Italian. I don't know. Yeah, maybe the Venetian, Paul the Venetian. It says, share your gifts with grace, waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. Yeah, maybe this is what I feel here. Like this person, I think you knew that person and she already passed away. Or this is like an ancestry that comes down like throughout your family. That's like, maybe you heard only of your great 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 grandmother, and she is like, everybody loved her so much, and you heard a lot of stories about her. Something like that I get here. Yes. Yeah, and maybe she was famous for knowing something that she could not know. So maybe people would also come to her, ask her for advice, but also, uh, yeah, maybe she helped. Maybe she was a midwife. I just got that. Maybe she was a midwife, and people would turn to her for some help with health issues too. Okay. So, and she asks you to forgive somebody, or to ask yourself who do you should forgive, okay? Not for them, but for you, because they want you to see happy. And if you carry around um, some things that are not for your highest good, then you should give them back. And this is the best way to forgive. And I translate because this is German, but I translate roughly. Um, when you let go um, of old anger, yes, when you let go of old anger, your wishes can be fulfilled. Yeah, I think maybe you have some anger of somebody, maybe somebody, also your family. I really get some very like family vibes here. Like I said, it feels very warm, very nurturing. Maybe you had some arguments with somebody from your family, and maybe you should forgive them. And also, of course, I mean, this might be your grandmother, because it says change diet, and it says better your diet, and your life will be better too. Okay, so maybe you're not eating well, or maybe, like I said, maybe this is like a grandmother, that were telling you, oh, child, did you have eaten enough? You look so thin, okay, something like that. And maybe she's right, and maybe you eat a lot of sugar or drink a lot of coffee and not eat properly or something like that. Then you should think about changing your diet. Okay. Yeah, and I think, yeah, I think she is really protective over you. Okay, and she sees that you suffered from a little bit of heartache maybe recently, or she only sees that, but I think this is in the past, but I think you're not over that yet. Maybe that was also like this argument or something else. It says, I see things exactly as they are. So maybe there was a disappointment lately and she saw that, but she tells you that it will be replaced by something new. Okay, whatever this disappointment was, this will be replaced by something brand new, sparkling brand new, and this will be full of passion. Okay, and it says, I am inspired by follow my passion. I think you will maybe get a little bit closer to your life purpose, or maybe you start something new that really sparks your passion. Okay, and that you maybe even can make money out of it. okay? With the Queen of Pentacles here, maybe you will find something that you can make your living off. So, or maybe you have the chance to start a business from a hobby that you have, okay? And I think she is protecting you and luck is on your side. Maybe you are very lucky in general, and I think this might be because you have somebody in the other world that is protecting you and that is pushing the opportunities towards you. This is why you are so lucky, okay? And what she also says, like, yeah, your dreams need a practical plan. So, so she's also very smart, and I get that from this woman, okay? And she tells you, of course, with all the passion, this is good, but please, before you start anything, then sit down and write down what you need, what you have to do beforehand, what you need when you start. Really make a plan. Just write down how much money you need, how do you get the money, just like that. Just make a fixed plan before you start something, okay? And yeah, but luck is on your side. So I think you can, with something, maybe you have had an idea just recently, and maybe this was her like pushing you into that direction. And she said, like, with that, you could be very successful with that idea. Okay. So pile number 2, this is all I have for you, and I hope you liked it. And if so, then please leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you have not yet. This supports me very, very much. And I see you next time. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Let's see who are your spirit guides, or your spirit guide, and what do they want to tell you? For the tarot, we have the 7 of Swords, the Ace of Swords, the 2 of Cups, your commitment is being tested, you're very close to achieving your goal, healing or healer, depth paid, then you have charity, prayer and contemplation. I hope I say that right. The Shekinah, sacred self, Rhiannon, sorceress, and shield maiden, plans and focus. What I have to say to you, pile number 3, is that your spirit guide or spirit guides were a little bit resistant because I was I always wait until the cards come out when I do readings like that. And your spirit guides were a little bit hesitant to give me anything. The only cards that came out like right away were your commitment is being tested and you're very close to achieving your goal. So this is very important for you, okay? Yeah, I think I have the feeling this is an ancestor, okay? I think this person lived in that world and is one of your earthly ancestors. It could be, I guess it's a woman, but I think this woman, of course, this is only our shell, okay? But she was a woman on Earth, but I have the feeling this woman had a lot of male qualities, I think She didn't talk much. I think she was action oriented. She would not talk too much. Like she was not a friend of a lot of words, just like a few words, and this had to be enough. You know, she wanted to get things done, but I think she was very spiritual. Okay, very spiritual. Maybe even I get like maybe she was really religious. Maybe this is a grandmother of yours that already passed away, or maybe a great grandmother. You don't even have to know that person, okay? Maybe this is a great grandmother that is protecting you, okay? Yeah, I think this person was really focused. I think she was a doer, you know, maybe she even um, rebuilt towns in the like after the war, or yeah, she was if she was in war time, then she was definitely working. She was working woman. She was proud of um, keeping the family alive. Okay, like I said, she had really um, male qualities. She was she was a provider. This is like what I see. She was a provider, and if she set her mind to anything, she would just do it. Okay, she would be also successful with that because she was a really good manifester, because she would never overthink. Okay, she would just set her mind to something, and then she would let go because she would just start doing it. She would not think about the things. She would just say like, okay, tomorrow I will go to this plant, and I will walk there. Okay, and then she went to the plant next morning, and they said like, actually, we don't need somebody, but okay. I mean, you want to work, we will find something for you. She was something like that. She would just do it. Okay, I get Shia LaBeouf. Just do it. She would be like this. Okay, she would not talk too much about that. But like I said, she was very spiritual with especially these women. I have the feeling maybe she was really religious. She would go to church and she would read the Bible, you know, like very, or maybe also with her, maybe she was going to the mosque and reading the Quran. Is that the English term too? Sorry, my neighbors are loud. Um, but she would really like live for her religion. I don't even think she was spiritual, like witchy spiritual or something. She would be full on religious, and she would take that seriously. Okay, praying, um, going to church, or to whatever. This is not religious specific. I'm sorry, but I don't know the terms. Okay, she could be maybe Jewish or Muslim or something, it doesn't matter. She was just, you know, she was very rooted in her religion. I have the feeling. Maybe, maybe she would even be a little bit rigid also with you if you knew her, or this is something that would pass on um, if she is like a far away ancestor, okay? Because I think she was a little bit rigid with especially the children. And I think she would pass some guilt onto them, especially, you know, I just, I'm fixated on these two. And I really see her very religious and a little bit like, you know, they put some shame onto their children, or maybe onto their grandchildren, because, and you know, and now she realizes, because she has passed away and she sees the bigger picture, she sees that that this was not the right thing to do. Okay, she meant it, she never meant it to do anything bad. Okay, she really was thinking this is the right thing to do, so she had no bad intention to do anything harm. But I think she sees now that she was a little bit too rigid, and that it caused harm even though she didn't intend it. Because, you know, with the depth paid here, I get the feeling that maybe you have some deep-rooted shame. Maybe you don't even know where that comes from. And this might be that maybe your great grandmother, something, or great, you know, more far away, great, 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 you know, it doesn't matter, because it can pass on through the family history. Okay. And there is some guilt somewhere in your family. And she says, like, you know, you don't have to be guilty because the debt has paid. You know, there was never anything to be ashamed of in the beginning, but now I see that. Okay. And it says here, the um, this I have to translate. Um, the like the pain of old debts will be lifted from your life. Okay, so yeah, or maybe you knew her, and maybe you the last thing that you said to her was not very nice or something. Maybe this could also be that she says, I forgive you for that. Okay, maybe your great grandmother or your grandmother, and you said, like, you know, you didn't expect her to never see her again, and you said, like, you know, you're an old woman, what do you know, or something. Okay, and now you regret these words deeply, and she says, you know, everything is forgiven. There's nothing to be crying over. Okay, and she wants you to heal. With the healing and healer, she just wants to see you happy. Okay, and this said, healing energy surrounds you and the situation. Okay, so I think she wants you to be healed and to heal your heart, and not to be ashamed of anything. Okay, yeah, and maybe you right now are in a little bit of difficult situation. We have the Seven of Swords here. I mean, this is the good tarot, and they also have the good meaning. So there is no negative meaning. It tells, I take, sorry, I take great care of what I value. Okay. First of all, I think she values you a lot. If she knew you, of course, maybe you were even her favorite. Um, and she values you a lot. Okay, but you know, when you go with the traditional meaning, there is something of a little bit of deceit going on in your life. But she tells you that soon you will have clarity. Okay, this will pass soon, and a union will follow. Okay, it doesn't have to be a romantic union. It depends on your situation, especially what these Seven of Swords are. Maybe you have yeah, maybe you have trouble finding the right people, maybe also because of something that was going on in your family. Okay, but she tells you clarity will soon be here, and then your relationships also will change. Okay, whether you find somebody you can have a really, really deep connection, sorry, friendship with, or maybe even a relationship. Okay, a new partner is on the horizon, or maybe an old partner, but you know, the union will deepen, the love will deepen here. Okay, and yeah, she tells you your commitment is being tested, so it could be that you already are in a relationship here, and but you know, you're very close to achieve your goal. This depends on what you want to what goal you have in mind right now. If this is um relationship related, or maybe money related, work related, something like that. Right now it feels, like meh. You're like, I run against walls. I cannot reach my goal. But this is like, the universe is testing you. This is a test, okay? And if you just hold on just a little bit longer, then the Ace of Swords will come in and cut away every BS. And, what comes is a reward, okay? So just hold on a little bit and don't worry about anything that you might cannot let go of that. It is forgiven. Everything is forgiven, okay? And she wants you to be whole and healthy again, okay? So pile number 3, I hope you like that. This is all I have for you. And if so, then please leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you have not yet. Of course, all that jazz, because this supports my channel a lot. And I hope I will see you next week or next time. Bye. Last but not least, pile number 4 with the yellow calcite. We see that better here. Let's see, who are your spirit guides? I start here. I'm just called to start here. Usually I started here, but with you I changed that up. We have the White Witch, Be the Light. Then we have the Medicine Guardian, Be open to healing information. Then we have White Tara, You're becoming increasingly sensitive. Avoid harsh relationships, environments, situations, and chemicals. Then you have Kuan Yin, compassion. Then you have Master Buddha, increased awareness. Then we have affirmations, vegetarian food, diet, meditate and contemplate. We have the Six of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and the Hanged Man. Pile number 4, you have a lot of green. All this here is all green. So I think I actually get like at least 2 spirit guides coming to me, and I think actually one of your spirit guides is Archangel Raphael. Is he the right? Yes, Raphael. The healing archangel. He has healing properties. Okay, and it says be open to healing information. But maybe you are from an Asian country. Could be China. No, but you could have roots in China, or Tibet. Tibet, is that also the English term? Or India, somewhere in Asia. I don't know where White Tara is. She from Thailand, maybe? Or yeah, maybe you have Asian roots. And this might be that there is also an ancestor, but I don't get like this I don't get an ancestor that this is like an ancestor from maybe ancient times that is protecting the whole family. And this is probably a woman, but this can also be the Ascended Master Buddha. That is one of your spirit guides here, okay? But I think this is more woman. I think there is like an ancestor that lived like maybe hundreds of years in the past, and still is watching over the family, okay? And you know, she tells you, or they tell you, first of all, I think you are on a healing journey because of all the healing. Um, you know, I get so like so much healing energy with that, with the sensitivity. Um, you know, don't eat too much processed food. This is what I get here, okay? Like eat fresh vegetables, fresh fruits. Don't eat meat. Okay. It says a new kind of diet will give you energy, better health, um, spiritual clarity, or and I think it's a clarity of mind and power. Okay, so maybe this is what I get. To heal yourself, you should really don't take chemical. Of course, if you need medicine, then of course take that. Okay, if the doctor prescribed you something, but don't rely on chemicals in any way. Leave if you drink alcohol, don't do that. If you smoke, then maybe try to quit. Just leave everything out of your body that is not natural. Okay. And I think, yeah, I think I think you will feel now, like, you know, in that days, you will feel if something is not good for you. You will have like an aversion. If you know, if you want to eat a burger or something, and then you want to bite in it, and then you're like, ugh, you know, you will be disgusted of eating that. Yes, and you know, I get, oh, sorry, and I get this too with the Buddha card, okay, because it says deep connection, trust your inner voice. I think maybe the inner voice is one of your guides trying to tell you don't take these chemicals, don't drink the alcohol. Okay, you will feel that. You will feel if something is not good for you and listen to that. Of course, you have free will. If you want to eat the burger, then, you know, if you're still eating the burger, then probably you will have like maybe bowel problems, you know, like just belly ache or diarrhea or something. But you will feel like the body will show you this was not cool. Okay. So, and try to calm your mind with a meditate and contemplate card. I think maybe you are stressing too much. This is very calming, okay? Maybe you have a very stressful lifestyle, or right now you're stressing yourself very much. They say like, please calm down, you know, be in balance with the Six of Pentacles here. Everything will be fine. I give and receive for the universal good. Okay. So, and that means, of course, giving to yourself too. Okay. So, you know, eat good foods, be good to your body, be good to yourself. Okay. And this is what this is all about. They tell you, be good to yourself, be kind, be compassionate. I think this is all about yourself, okay? I think they tell you you need to be very gentle with yourself. I don't know if you maybe live a very stressful lifestyle, or maybe you're in a healing phase right now, um, or maybe you had like bad situations with somebody, like friendships, relationships, something like that. Because I don't know, when I saw that, when you know, when the card uh, got my caught my eye, then I was thinking, you know, you need to cut out the a-holes, okay? So maybe you are drained from people around you, okay? And but you still, this is your body will tell you if something is not good for you, and also if somebody is not good for you. Okay, maybe you have some like legit energy vampires around you, and yeah, your ancestor or Gabriel, is that right? No, it's Raphael, Archangel Raphael, and yeah, maybe you can also call on Michael, but he's not here, but to cut cords, okay? With the King of Swords. This is to cut out like people that are not good for you, okay? And yeah, they tell you this is all going back to one point. Calm your mind. See things from a different perspective. Perspective? I'm sorry, I didn't speak English a long time. And I think you just maybe if you have any yeah, I mean, of course, if you're still in lockdown, you cannot go out, then this is like go into vacation, okay? But like you need to, time out. Maybe you were at home like a lot of weeks, a lot of months, maybe even, and maybe you were thinking, you know, what could go wrong, you know, overthinking all the time. They tell you just, you know, just breathe, start to meditate, start to eat better, okay? Start to, you know, what you put in your body, maybe even look up foods that work against depression. I just got that. If you feel depressed right now, then look up. There are foods that are good against depression. Maybe go out, take if you can, of course. Then go out, go for a walk. You know, get some fresh air. This will be very helpful for you. Okay, and of course, and do your affirmations. Okay. So if you think like you feel stressed, then you know you stand in front of the mirror, look yourself in the eyes, and tell yourself that everything is going to be fine. Or if you have anxiety, okay, then you can tell yourself everything is all right. You know, I am calm. You know, and just breathe. And you do the affirmations, okay? You write them down and then you do them every day. You look yourself in the eye in the mirror and then you tell your affirmations, okay? And it says here to strengthen your energy and your thoughts and to attract what you want, use affirmations, okay? And don't affirm like, I don't want to be anxious. Okay, please don't do that because that, you know, the mind doesn't know not. So if you say like, I don't want to be anxious, then you will be anxious because it's like, I want to be anxious, okay? So if you want to be, you know, then you tell yourself, I am calm, everything is fine. You know, I am all right. You know, I am safe. Something like that. Just write them down, like to your situation. Just maybe you say like, oh, I'm just too stressed. Okay. Then also you can say like, I'm calm. I am all right. If you have like, I don't know, if you have high blood pressure or something, then you say like, everything's fine. I'm all right. Everything is good. You know, something like that. And the blessings will come back to you, okay? And I just really think that you need to be calm, collected, and then it will work out, okay? I don't see anything negative here. There is no warning or something. This is just calm down, okay? And yeah, part number 4, this is all I have for you, and I hope you like that. If so, then please leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Of course, all the jazz, because that helps and support my channel a lot. I hope I will see you next time. I just wanted to say week, but we will see. I hope I will see you next time. Bye.